Hey everybody, my name is Brandon. Welcome back to Cinefessions, where we talk all things media. And today we're talking books, but not just any books, specifically film novelizations and more media tie-in. My favorite genre of book to collect, or style of book. It's not really a genre, but anyway, I have almost 20 to talk about today. Most of these I grabbed on vacation. Some are from eBay. One of them I know is from Ollie's. They're from all over the place, but they all fit that same theme. So let's not waste any time at all. Let's dive right into my latest novelization / media tie-in book haul. I'll start with the one I grabbed from Ollie's, and this is a media tie-in to a comic book. We have Iron Man Extremis. This one is written by Marie Javins, and of course based around the Extremis, or Extremis, however you say that, storyline from Iron Man. So yeah, this one should be interesting. I guess the graphic novel is by Warren Ellis and Adia Granov that reinvented Iron Man for a new generation. So admittedly, I've never read the comic book series that this is based off of, but I figured this would be really cool. This was like $2.99, I think, from Ollie's, so you know, a no-brainer. Media tie-in for super cheap, I'm always going to pick that one up. So the only new one in today's pile, we have Iron Man Extremis, written by Marie Javins. Here was a random find from my local used bookstore, a media tie-in to Terminator 2. This is T2 Infiltration, and this one is written by S.M. Sterling, and as you can see right on the bottom there, it says based on the world created in the motion picture Terminator 2. So yeah, I don't know exactly where this falls in that timeline of between the books and the movies, but I'm sure this one will fit somewhere in there. So yeah, we'll see how this one is. I think there are, is it 2 or 3 other novels that follow this as well? And I'll mention, this is a thick one too. This one is really long. It's crazy. Over 520 pages. So yeah, a real thick one here for Terminator. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I guess this probably takes place at the end or after the movie because it says, think it's over, think again. So yeah, we will see. But it looks like a lot of fun. So I grabbed it. T2 Infiltration by S.M. Sterling. Here is a prequel to a movie that I watched not that long ago, actually, and I thought was quite good. A lot better than most people give it credit for, but I'm a huge M. Night Shyamalan fan, so that's probably why I liked it more than a lot of people did. But anyway, this is the prequel to After Earth. It's called A Perfect Beast, and this is a second in Charles find, as you can see there, but I didn't realize it until recently. This actually includes the first 3 installments of After Earth Ghost Stories, which I guess was an ebook series. And so there's actually 3 authors on here. Michael, they're on the back, only on the front. Michael Jan Friedman, Robert Greenberger, and Peter David. Peter David is a very well-known novelization writer. So yeah, I'm looking forward to checking this one out. Like I said, I thought the movie was a lot better than a lot of people said it was. I know that one gets so much hate, but I really had a good time with it. So yeah, I'm really interested to check out kind of more of this story. And I actually, on the first page here, or on the back of the cover, there's actually a comic prequel as well, so I really want to check that one out. But yeah, we'll see if this is any good or not. This is After Earth, A Perfect Beast, which is actually 3 stories of an E-series that acted as a prequel to the movie After Earth. This was one of my cooler finds on vacation recently, so that means this would be a half-price books pickup. But I found another novel of the Indiana Jones series. This is Indiana Jones and the Interior World, and this is one of the Rob McGregor novels. So I recently watched a video from Damn Full Idealistic Crusade, who went through and ranked all of the Indiana Jones novels. I guess these are all prequel novels, technically. And yeah, this was, of course, one he talked about. Frankly, I don't remember where it ranked in there, but I feel like this may have been a little bit higher up on the list, and so anytime I come across these, I always pick them up. Frankly, they are kind of rare to come across nowadays, and I think I only have maybe two to four of these prequel novels, but I would love to have them all at some point. So yeah, really cool find, and kind of in really good shape, all things considered as well. So I was very happy to come across this one. We have Indiana Jones and the Interior World, written by Rob McGregor. I stopped grabbing a lot of the young adult X-Files books, but this one I couldn't pass up. mostly because I have a whole bunch of credit at my used local bookstore that I need to use up, and so I grabbed this. This is The X-Files Whirlwind, written by Charles Grant. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I believe this is a novelization of one of the episodes, obviously titled Whirlwind, but I don't recall this episode in particular. It has been a long time since I've watched The X-Files though, so let me know down below if I'm wrong and these are their own stories, but I really think these are just novelizations of episodes. But yeah, so that's why I grabbed this one. I thought it would be pretty fun, really in great shape as well, and again, trying to use some of that credit at my local bookstore. So this is Whirlwind by Charles Grant, part of the X-Files series. And that leads nicely over to the first of the novelizations. So everything from here on out is going to be a strict novelization. This is The X-Files, the movie adaptation. And this is written by one of my favorite authors, Max Allan Collins. So another one from my local bookstore that I was happy to pick up. One I was really surprised I didn't already have in the collection. My problem though is that really, to watch the X-Files movies, I feel like you really need to have seen the entire series. And while I watched it when I was much younger, when it was airing new, I never sat down and watched from beginning to end. And it's a long series, so that would be a big time commitment. I actually started watching it from start to finish a couple of years ago. I think it was on Hulu. It might still be, but I started watching it there and I really enjoyed it, but I only got about 10 episodes in when I ended up tapping out on it. It's a very long series. It's really good, but I just don't see myself ever sitting down and watching the entirety of this. And so I don't know if I'll ever actually get around to the movies, which is a bit disappointing. But yeah, it's Max Allan Collins. It's going in the collection. This is The X-Files by Max Allan Collins. This next one I think is actually maybe a television novelization. I'm not entirely sure. Let me know down below, but I believe Battlestar Galactica was a TV series and the movie, and this is from '78, which makes me think it is actually from the TV series, but again, I know very little about Battlestar, so let me know down below if I'm wrong. But you can see another pickup from Second and Charles, and this one was actually a little bit more expensive, but this thing is in like mint condition, which is crazy given its age. The only problem with this, on the outside it looked great. The only problem is on the inside, I'm not going to show everything, but somebody wrote down their name, their address, and their phone number, which is ridiculous that they have that in there in pen, but it is what it is. So yeah, I was happy to find this one. Obviously a little bit pricier one than I would normally get, but for 10 bucks, I had some credit, I think. And so, or not a credit, a coupon, excuse me. So it ended up being a little bit cheaper, but yeah, I was really happy to find this in such great shape. This is Battlestar Galactica by Glenn A. Larson and Robert Thurston. Another one from Second and Charles. This is Harold R. Foster's Prince Valiant. Now, here's a movie that I have never seen, and frankly, I don't even know if I knew this was a movie. Obviously, I've heard this name before, but I don't know anything about this film whatsoever. I was looking through, so at Second and Charles, at least by me, they have like a media section, a media tie-in section, essentially. And then they have the sci-fi fantasy section. Well, a lot of books that are tie-ins are also in the sci-fi fantasy section. And so this is where I found this one just kind of laying around there. But I would love if they would correctly put everything in the media tie-in section, but that's just not how it is. So anyway, Prince Valiant. Hopefully this will be enjoyable when I get around to it, if I ever do. Let me know if the movie's any good. Hopefully I will like it. This is Prince Valiant by Harold Foster. Sticking in a similar vein here, this was a cool find by Charles Edward Pogue. We have Dragonheart. Now, again, I've not seen this movie, but of course I know of this one. I do own this, and so I was really happy to find this novelization. This is really cool. It looks like a lot of fun. Like, just that front cover there looks awesome. I can't wait to check this out. Definitely one I will watch the movie and hopefully then check out the novelization to it. But yeah, it looks like a really cool one. This is Dragonheart by Charles Edward Pogue. I didn't realize how many of these I grabbed from Second and Charles and how many of these I forgot to take the sticker off the back. But anyway, this is a movie I really enjoy. My wife loves this. This is Outbreak. So, of course, the Dustin Hoffman film, Morgan Freeman in it, but the novel is written by Robert Tyne. I am very intrigued to see what this adds to the story of Outbreak. I think Outbreak is great. The ending is, I don't know, it's not wonderful, and I will admit that I liked this more when I was younger than on my most recent viewing, but still, I think it's a really well done film that I just enjoy watching, and so was really excited to check out, or to happen across the novel for it. So yeah, really interested to see if this adds anything more to the Outbreak mythos, if you will. This is Outbreak, written by Robert Tyne. Most everything else are items I picked up from half-price books from my most recent vacation. And so I never get to half-price books unless I'm out of town. And so I was really happy that I was able to find all of these while I was there. But this first one here is Godzilla vs. Kong. And I don't have all of them in this series, but I am slowly trying to collect them all. I think I have like the original Godzilla, or not the original, the 2014 Godzilla, but I don't have the Kong Skull Island. Maybe that I'm wrong about that. I don't know. But there are a number of the MonsterVerse books that I still need to pick up. So I was really happy to get this one. This is written by Greg Keyes, another really famous novelization author. And yeah, so I was very happy to stumble across this one as well. Godzilla vs. Kong by Greg Keyes. And this is actually the next movie I need to watch in this franchise. That's how far behind I am on this. But yeah, really excited to check this out. But first, I will watch the movie, of course. This one is not in the best shape at all, but I couldn't leave it behind. I found the novelization to Willow, and this one is written by Wayland Drew, and there are 8 pages. What does it say here? Fabulous 8-page color insert in it, if I can find it here. So yeah, this is another movie, like I have not seen Willow, and I really need to correct that. So definitely will do that, and then I'll check out the novelization. Again, not in the best shape, but I mean, these are so cheap at half-price books that it's not that big of a deal. And so, yeah, definitely grabbing this. This is Willow, written by Wayland Drew. I forgot about this one that is also technically media tie-in and not a novelization, but it's based on one of my favorite franchises, the Alien franchise. We have Alien Prototype by Tim Wagner. So I was looking at the inside here, and it says that in terms of where this fits in the chronology, it says it takes place between the novel Alien Isolation and the comic book series Aliens Resistance. There are just an insane amount of media tie-in books and graphic novels for the Alien movies. It's ridiculous. So I have a ton in my collection that I still need to get around to. I've only read a handful of them at this point, and so I really need to get on these. I have enjoyed what I've read so far, but it's not been the greatest things ever. Like the Alien novelization by Alan Dean Foster. It's good, but it's not one of my favorite novelizations I've ever read. I really want to check out the sequel, though. So, yeah, I'll get around to this one at some point in my life, hopefully. This is Alien Prototype by Tim Wagner. Here's another one in really good shape that I found at half-price books for a movie that I have yet to see. We have Sky Captain and the World of Tomorrow. This movie always looked so weird to me, and I never knew what to make of it, but Gwyneth Paltrow, Angelina Jolie is in this, Jude Law, so, I mean, pretty good cast on it. You can see this also has some pictures on the inside, and the pictures, like, they don't make the movie look good, necessarily, so I just don't know what to make of this movie. Let me know if this is one that is must-see or not. I think I either recently picked up the DVD for this or the Blu-ray something. Or I put it on my list to find. I don't remember. But yeah, either way, I definitely need to watch this at some point. But let me know if it's worth my time or not, because it might just be a complete waste. But yeah, I grabbed the novelization for Sky Captain and the World of Tomorrow. And this one is written by K.J. Anderson. I love the cast on this movie, and I really need to watch this one. Another novelization that I picked up for a movie I've not seen. I do own this one, though. At least on DVD. I think I own this one on DVD. I feel like it's a snapper case. But anyway, I found the novelization for Wing Commander. And this one is written by Peter Tellup, another very well-known novelization writer. This thing is in very great shape as well. Some of these were so beat up at half-price books. Others are just perfect. And this one is perfect. So yeah, another one with pictures on the inside. I mean, this looks awesome. I love Matthew Lillard and Freddie Prinze Jr. And so the fact that I haven't seen this yet is just ridiculous. I'm definitely checking this one out soon. We have Wing Commander by Peter Tellup. Here's one that is written by S.D. Perry, who does a ton of books in the Alien franchise, but this one is not part of the Alien franchise. This is a standalone film, Virus, and if I'm not mistaken, this one has Jamie Lee Curtis in it, and another one that I've not seen yet, so I've just been finding a bunch that I haven't seen, but yeah, definitely going to check this out at some point, and it looks awesome. I mean, the cover for that looks fantastic, and it's a great author, so really excited I was able to find this one. Let me know if this movie is any good or not. I feel like this one had a bit of a renaissance once it was released on Blu-ray, but prior to that, I'd never even heard of it before. I think this is still one I have only on DVD, but I'll definitely check it out sooner rather than later. This is Virus, written by S.D. Perry. This is a good example of where hopefully a novelization can make me appreciate a franchise a little bit more. I found the novelization to Hellboy 2: The Golden Army, and this one is written by Robert Greenberger. I don't enjoy these movies. I don't know what it is about them, but I always fall asleep while I'm watching them, and I just can't make it through. Like, I don't like them. So hopefully, if I ever get around to reading this novelization, maybe it'll make me appreciate it a little bit more, and then I can go into it all with a brand new set of eyes, but who knows? We'll see. My hopes are high, but my expectations are low, I guess I'll say. This is Hellboy 2: The Golden Army, written by Robert Greenberger. Another one here that is just in great condition, all things considered. And I actually recently added this to my eBay cart, but I'm glad I didn't pull the trigger because I found this one a couple days later. This is Blade, of course, with Wesley Snipes, but this is written by, where is it? Mel Odom. I almost said Stephen Dorff. Written by Mel Odom. And another one with pictures on the inside. These ones, unfortunately, are not full color pictures, just black and white. But yeah, Blade is an awesome movie. This is one that I've been meaning to revisit for so long. I picked up the 4K maybe 1 or 2 Black Fridays ago, and I still haven't checked that out. So I like the movie a lot, but it's been a long time since I've seen it, so I'm really excited to revisit it on 4K. And then I'm definitely going to check out this novel because this looks awesome. I've read really great reviews on this, so really happy I was able to find this one. This is Blade, written by Mel Odom. The last one today has the opportunity to be the best pickup of the video in terms of like the quality of the book, at least from what I've heard. I grabbed this one on eBay, not off of Half Price Books, but this is Batman Returns, and this one is written by Craig Shaw Gardner. Another very well-known name in the novelization world. But yeah, I've heard really great things about this. I'll mention Damn Fool Idealistic Crusade once again. This is one of his favorite Batman novelizations, if I'm remembering accurately, and I think I am. But yeah, he had really great things to say about this, which is what prompted me to pick this one up. And now, if I'm not mistaken, I think I have all 4 of the Batman films on novelization now, or in novelization form, I should say. You know, the first 2 Tim Burton movies, and then Batman and Robin and Batman Returns. So I think I have all of them now, which is awesome. That was my goal, which makes me very pleased. And so I've recently watched Batman and Robin and Batman Batman Forever. So I need to go back and watch the original 2, and then I want to read the novelizations to all 4 because this is, from what I hear, a really good one. So yeah, very happy I was able to find this one on eBay for a good price. We have Batman Returns, and this is written by Craig Shaw Gardner. Oh man, this is a giant stack of novelizations and media tie-in novels. I hit the jackpot when I went to Half Price Books. I think 1 Half Price Books alone, I have to separate the stack where it's going to fall. There we go. I think 1 Half Price Books alone netted me the vast majority, like 90% of all of the novelizations I found while I was on vacation. So that one was a gold mine. So I got really lucky, and that's why I love Half Price Books. You never know what you're going to come across. But let me know down in the comments below, have you read any of these? And if so, which do you recommend? I'm super excited for Batman Returns. Like I said, I've heard amazing things about that. So that is the number 1 on my priority list. But let me know if there's anything else that is awesome from this stack. That's going to do it for today, guys. Before you take off, if you could hit that like button down below, that engagement really does help me out. But thank you so much for checking this video out. And before you all go, I'll just encourage you all to consume some media today. I'll catch you next time.